NTune Podcast.
Yo, man. Once again, we got another episode of NTune Podcast. I am Mike Ruben.
Billy J.
And guest with me, special guest is Miss Isis.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Tell us
Miss
something.
Isis.
Yeah, I'm a new coming up artist and I rap, so I'm in the industry and I'm gonna take it over.
Okay, take it over. That's a strong word. But if you feel like, everybody got to be that way, confident coming in rapping, for real.
Gotta be more like self-driven.
Alright, so excuse me. We're gonna lead off.
Okay.
What you got to say?
Oh no, I was just saying that was good.
Just like you recognize some music going on. What made you want to start rapping and where you come from, type shit like your background? That's where we're gonna start from. What's your background? Where you from?
Well, I'm from Atlanta. I done been in prison from Cascade on the west side.
Okay.
I grew up on Avon and Beecham. I went to Silver Hill Middle and I went to Thera High School. I also attend college at Kennesaw State University. I study law. Just something to do for like the black rights, It's very important to know your rights because, the government, they moving funny, so if you don't know, what you need to know about credentials in life, then, you're just gonna be a blind man walking.
That's why we got this NTune Podcast, man. You go right up. Don't be a blind man walking, man. Get your shit together. What else?
Basically, I used to dance in Atlanta at the strip club.
Oh, yeah, you need to shake things.
Yeah, I used to.
Ooh, we. There you go, set it out. Come on.
I went to pinups. I danced at pinups. I danced at Platinum 21. I also danced at, back in the days, it was Dirty Rags. I pretty much danced in Atlanta, period. So, pictures of Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. So you got no Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Know your home.
Yeah, it's all about making money. Atlanta's a big city, so
Okay.
if you ain't trying to get no money, I mean, there's so many opportunities out here, and you got to put your mind to going out here and getting this money. It's so much ways and persuasions you can go out here and come up, but you got to be driven to come up, you know what I'm saying?
That's very true. That's very true. So, most of the, if not all of the guests that we get here from Atlanta, I like to ask the natural question. What do you think is the difference between the old Atlanta and the new Atlanta? Tell me something good and something bad.
Okay, I think the difference is a lot of the industry game, it have changed up. I grew up on listening to Lil Jon and Young Buck now. And, I grew up on the Yin Yang Twins. So I think that the new generation is taking the music and they running off, but then again, they losing at the same time because they losing big because the simple fact is like everybody dying, and back in the days when, coming up the industry, many people weren't dying like that. So now it's all about beef, violence, and if you want, I don't mind every woman, that's in the industry doing their thing. My favorite role model is shouts out to Trina, because she's an idol that I look up to. She started off in the club dancing as well, but she didn't let that become a one gig. She motivated herself and was rapping, and she took a next step. It's more than one way. You can't get stuck in one optimist. You got to learn how to move around. So if you don't move around and find out where you're comfortable at and where you're supposed to be, then you just don't know who you is.
Very true. So what's something you don't like about the new Atlanta? Is that the music, the way it's done changed?
Yeah, I just don't, I hear a lot of them talking, but it ain't nothing like the old music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collide the old with the new. So I'm going to show them, like, real music.
Okay.
You got to be able to set, like, a invitation for the youth as well as for the entertainment for the adults. So it's okay to, set the entertainment for the men's and for the women's. But a lot of these people don't be rapping about what's really going on. like they say things, but they ain't never really lived that type of lifestyle. So if you go back and run me, I done been to prison fast and did time at Pulaski State Prison. So I done did all that. So you could run me. I'm official. So like I said, I done did federal time and I done did Pulaski State time. So a lot of these artists be rapping like they done been behind the walls, but a lot of them just be capping. So I'm one that's really done been there. I watched my mom struggle as a single mother to raise me and my siblings. And, you know, like I said, I wanted to do something different. And my goal always been was rapping. Like, I always used to rap when I was a little girl. And they used to be like, oh, you got them nursery rhymes. And I'd be like, well, I'm going to take off with it one day. So now it's the time that I'm getting ready to take off with it. So, you know, they'll understand where I'm coming from. Because I'm West Side all day, every day.
How many siblings you got?
I got 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you the oldest, middle?
I'm the baby girl. My oldest brother, J-Rock, you know, he rap too. But he mainly in his own little business thing, but he don't take it as serious as I do. Then I also got my little baby brother that's serving life behind the wall named Jason. So
2 brothers.
I got 2 brothers.
Man, that's cold, yeah. That's what's up. So you got Instagram or anything you want to shout out?
Well, I'm building my Instagram because I want to build it from the ground up, but I want to be a surprise to society.
Okay, no wrong with that.
How long you been locked up?
I did 5 years. I was detained by the feds for about 6 months to a year, and I ended up beating my federal case, and then they turned me over to the states. So I ended up doing time at Pulaski State Prison in Lee Arundel State, Georgia, up north towards Gainesville. So I done rode that bus. I done rolled my Browns and, you know, I paid my dues.
All right. So, shit, how long you been out?
Well, September the 1st will be a year that I've been out, but before I even went to prison, I was already in law school. I also went to Georgia, West Georgia Technical College before I ended up being admitted to KSU. So, you know, I've been out for almost a year.
So when you got out, you started doing everything you need to do.
Well, I was learning when I was in prison. I always was, you know, being in prison is like you got to create your own music. We on somebody else's time. We very limited to coming out and getting a date area. So we wasn't able, in Pulaski, we wasn't able to just, you know, watch all the music channels how we want to. So my motivation was always, when we inside of the gathering, let's start rapping. So they'll come and drop that beat, and they be like, go get ISIS, go get ISIS. And I'm coming out there, and we lit. So shout out to my G's in Pulaski. They're really doing time. Shout out to Red Rose. She's a blood, but I love her. And shout out to, you know, Rainbow. I love y'all too. So I love all y'all. You know, this is the time that I told my girls, like, when I come home, I'm going to shine. And shout out to Naylante. I love you, Tay. So these are people that I really cherish.
Do you mind going into a little bit, if you can, why you end up going to prison?
Well,
just what you can talk about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been running the streets. I've been running the streets out here with a lot of the rappers, and basically I end up, you know, I'm so real and solid, and I'm gonna keep it at a very minimum. I ride for mine.
Okay.
So loyalty over everything.
I got you. Stay down.
10 toes down.
Yeah, that's tough, man, but you might be able to make something beautiful come out of that situation.
Definitely.
That's what I believe. Put that past and put that in your music. So, what type of music you look forward to doing besides, I mean, I know you want to do rap, but you got...
Well, I got something for my ladies, too. And it ain't just rap, it's just...
I know you say you like Trina.
I love Trina, so I'm not a singer, y'all. I am a rapper, okay? So, I don't portray to be a singer, but I do write my own choruses, and I do write my own verses. So I really put in time with myself and with what I do as a passion. So I most definitely like rapping. So I'm very grateful for that.
Great. Do you do like trap rap?
Oh yeah, I'm gangster.
Okay.
I'm gangster. A lot of these industries be talking about how they pull up on you. I've been sliding. Like, I've been pulling up. So, it ain't nothing for me to pull up. So, like I'm saying, I got folks in Etheridge. I got folks in Flipper Temple. We used to be in the 9. So, I got folks, everywhere. So, it ain't never been no wrong with me pulling up. So,
Do you think Atlanta is like, is it more violent now than before when you went in?
yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, now it's like you can't even move but turn your back the wrong way without somebody about to, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if they're going to duck you or what. So I think now, like, you got to be on all 10 toes. I mean, not saying that it wasn't on 10 toes back then, but I think it's more severe now than it ever has been. Because you got young niggas that's knocking you off. I was just into a gas station not too far down the street in Glenwood, and this man just asked some young boys to move out the way. They shot his truck up like 20 times, and he was actually hit. So he pulled over, and he actually dialed 911 himself. And like when they got there, he was just soaking wet, bloody. But he did survive, but he was in critical condition. Yeah, so you out there.
These niggas out here hit.
Yeah, they out here busting.
And now, you say that done changed within 5 years.
Yeah.
Think it got anything to do with the corona? How did that affect you while you was in there?
Man, the corona affected me bad because we was quarantined. And when you quarantine, you barely come out to talk to your family. Basically, we couldn't go outside really for no rec. And rec is important in prison. It's like one of the biggest things. It's like, just like me sitting here talking about it, it's like,
You gotta put the water on that's gonna be in the calculator.
just like to be able to go outside is you want to be able to breathe fresh air. And sometimes the buildings and the walls feel like they're closing in on you. And in prison, you have to walk around. And it ain't that much space to walk around. Basically from your cell to downstairs and around the area in the day room. That ain't much. So outside in prison, like going to Pavilion is freedom. It's a basketball goal. We got a picnic table, and you can play a little volleyball. But most of all, like outside was important to me because I didn't want to forget the freedom. And like I said, I stayed locked down a lot. I really stayed locked down a lot because I was really knocking holes out of there. Like, my face still pretty for a reason. Like, you got hoes in prison that's really built like that that's gonna try you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna go for it all the time, period. So you gotta be built to be able to accommodate and hold your own ground because just because of the size you is, they will try you. So you got to keep in mind that when you in prison, you better know how to hold your own. And if you ain't part of an organization that's going to back you, you still got to hold your own no matter what set you in, period. Because your set ain't going to always be there. It's going to be you.
Yeah, fact.
So was it like mostly black women or white women?